Well, hello. Didn't see you there. Take a seat if you like. Say, you don't much look like you're from around here. Welcome to the Painted Lady. What? You don't know the Painted Lady? Aye, she be the city you in. Home of captains, fishermen, merchants, shipwrights, and the best sailors you'll ever see. You see, we folk of the Painted Lady are a salty bunch of forlorn sailors, and the Tainted Sea be our maiden. What's that? You had some trouble coming in? Aye, the Tainted Sea be a dangerous place. The dwarves say all kinds of monsters of Diagal slip into the sea, make it accursed water. But where they see danger, we see opportunity. We work hard and make our keep. We're a simple and honest folk. Mostly. I see you eyeing my tattoo there. What does it mean, huh? Have you ever heard of a bloodfin shark before? Then do I got a tale for you. But it'll cost you. A tale for an ale. Seems like a fair price to me. I like the way you think. A tale it is, then. First, I ought to tell you a bit about myself. My name's Captain Quickfin. You can call me Captain Quickfin. I came from the Naiad city Colo. Hellish city it was. Don't worry, I did my time. But when I was finished, I had to make a life for myself. Heard skilled harpooners were paid well in the Painted Lady, so I came and learned the ropes, less than metaphorically speaking. Thank ya. Starting, even though I had skills, I had no reputation. I was mostly hired on to hunt small sharks and bonefish. I did well, but the real pay was in the big game. One day, I caught the eye of a wealthy captain, Captain Donny Woodfoot, they called him. He and I got along well. He had started hiring me every day. Liked my work, he did. He had a keen eye and an instinct for the sea that couldn't be rivaled. But I quickly learned he was never really hunting for the small game. No, he always had his eye on the horizon. Some bigger game, some bigger challenge. One day, out on the sea, there was a different kind of look in his face. Determined. Excited. We didn't fish like normal that day. I had heard a bit about a bloodfin before, but never seen one, save for the bones that make the beams of this tavern. You see, you gotta catch him with large prey, or at least make him think that there is large prey. We sent out a pulsar, one of the young new folk old Donny picked up this morning. We sent him out on a small raft, ready to pull him in at the last second before he was swallowed whole by the bloodfin. We were already at the harpoon turrets. It was my job to get launched, harpoon in hand, and cut up the fins should it try to pull the boat under. Everyone stood, at the ready, like a coiled snake ready to strike. The pulsar kept putting little shocks in the water. No one saw a thing. But old Donny was convinced there was a bloodfin in those waters. We stayed there maybe 2 whole hours. At least, that's what it felt like. The young boy, shaking as he continued his work. He looked back at the ship for just a moment, but it would be too late. He looked away just long enough that he couldn't warn the crew the bloodfin was coming. It breached, huge jaws gaping, swallowed the raft whole. Everyone froze in shock of the mighty beast. Everyone that is but old Donny Woodfoot. He shouted for everyone to fire their harpoons. 20 or so harpoons slammed into the beast. I was launched high in the air, slammed harpoon first into the mighty creature. I held on for everything I was worth as the bloodfin fell back into the water. My heart pounding inside my chest. There were 4 of us that were supposed to make it on the beast. Only 3 of us made it. The creature gave some monstrous roar and began swimming down. all the barbed hooks and ropes tying it to the ship. It wouldn't be long till it was pulled under. I pulled out my knives and started climbing my way up toward the dorsal fin. Water rushing my face. It felt like an eternity. I started hacking at the fin with all my might. Its hide was thick, but my knives were sharp. Blood clouded the water as my mouth filled with the taste of iron. I felt a tug and a snap on my harness. Then it went limp. No safety now. But I kept hacking. It felt like the creature was slowing down, but I couldn't see a thing. Something hard slammed into my shoulder with a sharp pain. But I held on and stayed focused. I couldn't let old Dunny down. Eventually, I got through the fin. It flew off into the dark, clouded waters, and I felt the whole creature start to roll, turning belly up. It floated back up to the top, trying to swim now with no control. I just held onto its back, knives dug in deep. I felt the creature get riddled with more harpoons, but it kept struggling. After 20 more minutes of struggling and fighting, the beast gave up and died. I surfaced and stood on the monster all covered in blood and shouted my victory. We had done it. We had caught a Bloodfin. And that's how I earned this here tattoo. Now that's not quite the end of the tale, but my cup's empty and I best not have another. I tell you what, if you stick around a couple more days, I'll finish my tale. For a price, that is. Fair winds, traveler. I'll be seeing you again.
Under way, under tow, where we sail the same don't go. In the depths, be beast below, we sail till